EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Right to the air is Burrow. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's on the ground, and the Falcons grab it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Two Rockies.
I saw that. I got it. And, you know, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves if we're going to have that kind of a reference. They've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. A great example for an offense of throwing short and running long.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Burrow. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Juwan Jennings.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. To the air again, Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, your first drive of the 1st quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Extra point splits the uprights. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it as we resume action. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Here's 2nd and 10.
In motion right, that's Harrison.
Willis back to the air on second down. Throw left side, caught by Ryman.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The center receiver in motion to the right.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Right back to the air again with Willis.
Buying time to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Let's go now. Nike, 19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Willis.
Touchdown, Texans.
Sam Laporta
from 13 yards out.
And the Texans are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
But DeMeco Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here. Willis to try and throw for it.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a one-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Back to throw, Willis.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10.
In motion right, that's Harrison.
Here's Willis.
He's going to let this one go deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
To throw, here's Willis.
He's going to go up top again. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Fourth down, Willis. Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. And he will be...
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Willis looking to throw it.
Flush to his right.
That's to the right side. He's got Ryman. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Now Willis.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now Willis on 4th down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Page. Touchdown, Falcons. From 13 yards out.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
On the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Inside the 10.
And they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD. We dominate today.
Now they matched their opponent's pick-6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So now the Texans offense back onto the field. They'll line up and go for 2 here. They're going to try and run here. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
After the pick 6, here's Burrow again. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Burrow changing the look.
They'll run on first down. Thorpe. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. That one complete. He finds Sharp.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on 4th down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
Burrow's throw taken in by Chark.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Thorpe. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Page. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! Juwan Jennings.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. This is 1st and 10. Willis to throw.
Escaping the pressure right.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Willis.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Page. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Now Burrow changing things up here.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Willis.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Throwing, Willis.
Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.